Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. And so begins a song by our own Minnesota rock legend, Prince. Good morning and welcome to Patio Ponderings. Today I am out on my deck. So maybe this is deck devotions this morning, huh? And so we're here today to just ponder our faith a little bit, to reflect on it, and maybe make a few connections to the story that we heard in worship. Now, if you didn't hear the story, if you don't even know which story we heard, no problem. We're going to do a quick refresher here. So this week, we find the disciples out on a boat in the lake, battered by a terrible storm, the winds and the waves going on hour after hour until finally, in the early morning, Jesus walks toward them on the water. But he identifies himself and he says, "Do not be afraid." And for a moment, Peter's not afraid, and he jumps out of the boat and walks toward Jesus until the fear overtakes him once again. But Jesus lifts him up out of the water immediately and then gets in the boat with him and the other disciples, and the storm is calm. And so today the connection I want to make with you is this last little bit of the story, because we don't talk about it very much in this story. We're so focused on this supernatural miracle of the walking on the water, we forget sometimes that there's this whole group of people in the boat together. Now, often when we hear about boats in the Bible, it's a symbol for the church. It's a symbol for the faith community, for the body of believers in Jesus Christ. And so it's helpful to think about this as the church. And so here's what I'd like us to ponder today. The church is meant to be the beloved community. And it should be a safe place, a loving place, a welcoming place, a non-judgmental place where all people can live their lives together, even in those times when it's unraveling, even in those times when we are full of fear. It is meant to be the beloved community, perhaps especially then. So here's what I'd like you to ponder, to pray about, to journal about, to meditate on. Do you find the beloved community? Do you have a beloved community some way, somehow, so that when you are finding your life unraveling in some way, shape, or form, that you have those people around you? Is the church feel safer in those times, or does the storm feel safer for you at those times? That's a good question, and that's one that the church together needs to ponder on. And then finally, we are called then to be the beloved community for others. We are called to live in love with others. And so I wonder if we can think about how we can do that better as the church. How can we be the dearly beloved gathered together to get through this thing called life? Amen. Have a blessed day. Bye.